Welcome to BrainDate, the dating game show that gets the wheels of thought turning, greases the axle of love until the cogs fall into place. I am the Gold Brain, and now it's time to meet the contestants. The first on the Blue Brains is Nick, and he's recently been in a movie with Jodie Foster.
It was great fun.
Did you get to meet Jodie?
I did get to meet Jodie, get an autograph, and...
Any salacious gossip that you might have from the set?
No. Any salacious gossip? No, I was just an extra. I didn't have any speaking lines or anything like that.
Okay, the second on the Blue Brains is Stephen, and he's a musician.
That's right,
Plays a bit of bass.
Bass player, vocalist. Got my own album out on the net.
What kind of music is it?
Basically funk, blues, and a little bit of light rock.
And the third of the Blue Brains for this week is Troy, and he just loves the beach.
Love the ocean. I grew up by the ocean, so yeah, it's a part of me.
Where was that?
Burleigh Heads, down the Gold Coast.
So you would have surfed snapper and that kind of stuff? Do you drop in on people? Are you one of those pushy kind of surfers?
Yeah, all the time.
You're pretty broad across
Dog
the
eat
shoulders.
dogs. Nature of the beast.
So there are the Blue Brains for today, and let's meet the Pink Brains. And the first of the Pink Brains is Fiona. She's a yoga teacher.
Yes, I am. I can touch my toes.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you touch your nose with your toes?
That's a whole nother story. Yeah. That's a whole nother story.
You'll be able to see footage of that on the web, obviously, later. But we'll move on and we'll meet the second of the Pink Brains, Michelle. And Michelle's got a fantastic daughter.
I do have.
Would you like to say hello to her?
Hello, Tamika. Yeah, she's 15, so a little bit taller than me now.
Is she a handful?
No, she's actually beautiful. She's very, very special and just the perfect child.
You'll be able to see the truth about Tamika on the website too.
Sorry, sweetheart.
Third of the Pink Brains is Cass. And Cass spent a bit of time in LA.
Yeah, I did. A long time, 14 years actually.
So you must have some salacious gossip.
Enough to write a book. No, I think I might save it for the book.
Right. And of course, you'll be able to find the book on the web.
On the website.
The rules of BrainDate are very simple. We play the contestants a prompt. After seeing or hearing the prompt, they write down the first thing that comes to mind. We then compare answers, and if two contestants gave the same answer, then they match and score a point. You can score a point with more than one contestant in any particular question, and the two contestants who match the most at the end of the game win. So we'll get straight into it. In this first question, we're going to play the contestants 3 pictures, and they have to say which one they're most fearful of. We'll start with the Blue Brains and Nick.
I'm most fearful of the spiders. Larger types can make me wary.
It's a spider in the pocket you've got to watch out for, isn't it?
Oh, indeed.
Stephen, which one are you most fearful
I'm the same. I'm fearful of spiders as well, because I had a big huntsman in my car a couple of weeks ago, and it was a very, very quick stop.
It saw the cobwebs around your groin and dropped in there.
Yeah.
Troy, which one are you most fearful of?
I'll say C, the snake, because they're just evil.
Okay, well, we'll switch over to the Pink Brains, and if Fiona said snakes or spiders, she scores a match.
I have a match because once there was a spider. It was on a towel, and I had my eyes closed and I wiped my face, and I can still feel its little hairy, sticky legs as I wiped it down my face. Yes.
Yeah, you've still got a bit just... Michelle, how did you
I might
go?
change mine now after that story. I've got a match too. I've said snakes.
So Michelle scores a match there with Troy. Cass, how did you go?
I picked snakes as well.
There's something very Freudian about all that, isn't there? But you should be all right if you match with Troy, unless you're afraid of earthworms too. All right, so Cass obviously scores a match with Troy there. We'll move on to this next question. Here we're going to play the contestants 3 sounds, and they have to say which sound they like to hear the most. Let's switch to the Pink Brains and see what Fiona made of that.
I liked C, but I went for B because I live at Mermaid Beach and it sort of sounded like a mermaid that was splashing into the ocean. So that was why.
Michelle, how did you go?
I've chosen C. Bit of a rev-head at heart. 350 Chevs and Jags and that sort of thing. So
And how about motorbikes?
haven't got there yet. I'm going to go for my licence shortly.
Well, if you ever want to grab a pair of handlebars and ride them, you know where to come.
Excellent. I'll keep that in mind.
So, Cass, we'll move on to you. How did you go?
I chose A.
Hey.
Sounded like a lovely sound, that's all.
And Nick, which of those sounds did you like to hear the best?
I chose C. I, once upon a time, had a rather nice E-Type Jaguar, which was red, of course, rev-head at heart.
Stephen, how about you?
I'm very much into B, the water. Have lived by the seaside in Cairns for many years up north, and I love the water. And I'm not really into pokies, and I'm not really into cars, stuff like that. So I love the water.
Well, it's all about getting wet for me, so it's B as well. I'm with the mermaid over there.
Yeah.
So some good matching there for Fiona, and she moves into the front with 2 points, and Stephen. And we're going to show the contestants 2 photos, and they have to say which one is them. For this question, you score a match if you say the opposite of what one of the other brains said. But we'll see what Stephen made of that. Which side of the bed is yours?
B. Even though I sleep in a single bed, doesn't really matter. If I had a double bed, that's where I'd be.
I don't know, sleeping in a single bed, you're kind of giving up, aren't you? You've got to have hope.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, I've got a king-size bed.
You're just dreaming.
You sleep in the middle of it.
Very optimistic.
Troy, which side of the bed do you go for?
A, the right side. Shower's on the right. Just roll straight out of bed into the shower.
And Nick, how about you?
I put the left side. I've got a queen size bed, but I tend to sleep in the middle of it. But unfortunately, I have 4 cats who decide that they will either sleep either side of me. So I end up waking up in the middle of it with 2 cats on either side.
So we'll switch to the pink brains and we'll start this time with Michelle.
I take the right side of the bed. I've got Maltese Terriers, so not really a cat person, but the Maltesers, if they want to share the bed, they're on the left side and I take the right side. It's closer to the door to get out if there's a burglar or something.
Apparently the person who sleeps on the right side of the bed is the dominant one in the relationship.
Is that right?
There you go. Nick's cats are the dominant ones in his relationship.
Oh yes, the household revolves around them.
Cass, which side of the bed's yours?
I guess my teddy bear's more dominant than me. I'm on the left side. I'm dominated by a teddy bear. Do you believe that?
Cass scores a point with Troy, and maybe she can find a new teddy bear in
Oh,
hand.
I never know. Does one?
Fiona.
Well, I got a bit confused because I actually like the middle of the bed and I can't tell my left from my right. So I wrote A, but I think that's because I'm usually face down. So I got a bit confused. Because I like that side because it's closer to turning off the alarm because it sometimes goes off.
So was that left or right?
I wrote A, so I sort of have to go with it. So yeah.
All right. There we go. Fiona matches with both Nick and Stephen there. In this next question, we're going to show the contestants 3 videos, and they have to say if they had a day off, which one we'd find them doing. So we'll switch to the pink brains and Michelle.
If I'm going to have a day off, which doesn't happen very often, I'm going to have a massage, I'm afraid.
Cass?
I pick massage. Champagne runs a very, very close second. Very close second.
Fiona, do we get the trifecta?
Well, no, because
You're a booze hound.
champagne isn't my particular outtake. I'm actually more of a red wine drinker. I've just recently decided that I'm ready to skydive, but realistically what I do most is drink.
Stephen?
I have to go with the massage because I don't drink and I hate heights.
So if you don't drink and you don't like flying, how do you get high?
I play my bass guitar, man.
Troy? How'd you go?
Actually, I'm into all of it, but I've picked B.
So unfortunately you don't score any points there, but we'll see. Nick, how did you go?
I can't see the point of jumping out of a perfectly functional aircraft for fun. And as I'm not particularly into champagne, I chose A. I would certainly prefer a nice massage.
All right, so some good matching there, and Michelle and Nick move on to 3 points, sharing the lead. But we'll be back here soon for round 2 of BrainDate.
I actually once read a book, it's called Death, the Ultimate Orgasm. I thought, oh my God, even in death you're under pressure to perform.